Your bank account balance is the only scorecard that matters in a world designed to keep you broke. And right now, most Americans are losing the game because they treat their money like an afterthought rather than a business. You are working 40 plus hours a week, navigating a high inflation economy, and watching your paycheck evaporate before it even hits your savings account. Yet you are still following outdated advice from people who haven't looked at a grocery bill in a decade. It is time to stop guessing and start governing your capital with the same precision as a multi-platinum artist managing a world tour. Ariana Grande didn't become a household name and a financial powerhouse by just being talented. She did it by understanding the value of her positions and making sure every dollar she earned had a specific job to do. When we talk about budgeting like a superstar, we aren't talking about cutting out your daily latte or living a life of extreme deprivation that makes you miserable. We are talking about the 50-30-20 rule, a framework popularized by Senator Elizabeth Warren that simplifies your financial life into three distinct buckets, so you never have to wonder where your money went at the end of the month. At MoneyFacts USA, we see too many hardworking people overcomplicating their finances with spreadsheets that they abandon after 3 days. But the secret to long-term wealth is actually aggressive simplicity. Think about your income as a pie. 50% of that pie goes to your needs, which are the non-negotiables like your mortgage in the suburbs or your rent in the city, your utilities, your groceries, and your car insurance. This is your baseline for survival in the United States, and if this number is creeping up towards 60 or 70%, you aren't failing at budgeting. You have a lifestyle to income ratio problem that needs an immediate audit. The next 30% is where life happens, and this is the wants category. This is the portion of your check that goes toward dining out at that new spot downtown, your Netflix subscription, or the front row tickets to a show that makes you feel alive. Many financial gurus tell you to kill this category entirely, but that is a recipe for burnout. You need to enjoy the fruits of your labor today while simultaneously protecting your future self. By capping your lifestyle at 30%, you create a psychological boundary that allows for guilt-free spending because you know the bills are paid and the future is funded. The final 20% is the most critical piece of the puzzle because this is your financial future bucket. This money is reserved for debt repayment beyond the minimums, your 401k contributions, your Roth IRA, and your high-yield savings account. This is the money that buys your freedom. When you listen to MoneyFacts USA, you understand that this 20% isn't just a suggestion. It is the cost of entry for eventually retiring in a country where Social Security is becoming an increasingly shaky promise. If you aren't hitting that 20% mark, you are essentially telling the world that your current lifestyle is more important than your future independence. Imagine you are living in a high-cost area like Los Angeles or New York. The 50-30-20 rule provides the guardrails to ensure you don't fall into the trap of being house poor. If your rent is eating up 40% of your take-home pay, you now have the data to know that you only have 10% left for all other necessities. This clarity removes the emotional stress of money management. You stop looking at your banking app with dread and start looking at it like a CEO reviewing a quarterly report. You are the CEO of your life, and your household is the corporation. We often see people get stuck on the wants versus needs debate. Is a gym membership a need? Is high-speed internet a need? In the modern American workforce, high-speed internet is a utility as vital as water, but that luxury gym membership is a want. Being honest with yourself about these categories is the difference between spinning your wheels and actually building momentum. Every time you successfully allocate your paycheck according to these rules, you are reinforcing a habit of success that separates the wealthy from the middle class. The beauty of this simple system is that it scales with you as your career grows. Whether you are making $50,000 a year starting out or $200,000 as a mid-career professional, the percentages stay the same. It prevents lifestyle creep, that silent killer where your expenses rise exactly alongside your raises, leaving you with the same amount of stress despite a bigger title. By sticking to these rules, you ensure that every raise you get actually results in a bigger future bucket rather than just a flashier car in the driveway. The journey to financial mastery isn't about hitting a jackpot. It is about the boring, consistent application of proven systems. You have the power to change your family's trajectory, starting with the very next deposit that hits your account. This is why Money Facts USA exists, to give you the raw, unfiltered truth about how money actually moves in this country and how you can capture more of it. You don't need a degree in finance to be rich. You just need the discipline to follow a simple set of rules and the courage to say no to things that don't fit your plan. Take a look at your last 3 months of bank statements tonight. Don't judge yourself, just categorize the transactions. See where your percentages actually land compared to the 50-30-20 target. Most Americans find they are spending 40% on wants and only 5% on their future. That realization is the first step toward a complete financial overhaul. Once you see the numbers, you can't unsee them, and that awareness is the spark that will drive you to finally take control of your destiny and build the life you've always dreamed of.